All right, so we're back. So welcome again, another episode. I broke it in the middle of a war, but hopefully that was a teaser. You can see here, this levy of Arabia with that Keef is coming hard and fast for me. He's probably coming to try to fight me. That's fine. But let's see if these rebels, I'm at 16, will they sue for peace? Oh, they will give me Yathriba. So as soon as they do that, then I will be exiled. So that might not be a good idea. What if I make peace with these guys first? So I want that Yathriba. But I need to found my city in Uthra. So let's go and, because you want to found the capital first, otherwise you'll just have all types of problems. Your capital will end up in a random place. I don't think it's really random. I think it's more based on, so we'll settle here. This guy will stop being the general, so we settle. I let it go to the end of the month, and now we have a capital. So now I'll peace out with these guys. Yathriba. Before I do that, let's peace out with the Nabateans first. Peace. I can't take it because it's not connected to me, so I need to take the rebels' peace first. So Yathriba. Now I'm a local power. Boom. And now for the Nabateans. And take their Yathriba. They'll give it to me. They don't care. And boom. So if you wanted to stay here, you probably want to take the coastal lands. You can get the guy Theodamas to show up, probably. I'm going to delete this fort. Don't need a fort here. I've got enough troops to protect the area. I could build a fort here, but I'm planning to move out anyway. So you can see I've got one Freeman Pop. I think he's Jewish. Yeah, he's Jewish. And I will move my Dahai Pops out so that there's no conversion going on, and move all of the migratory units back here. So I own this whole province now. Next thing to do, and I could have done it while I was waiting, but I'm focused on the war, is I need a Jewish character. So this guy, you need him to be very disloyal so you can recruit him. So this guy's very disloyal, Nikandas of the Nuri dynasty. However, what I found is that if they have a large power base, they won't come to you. It kind of makes sense. They have a large power base. Why would they leave? And if they're a pretender, they may or may not come to you. So this guy is good. Doesn't have any kids, which kind of sucks, because I like more Jewish characters, but it's okay. I'll make friends with him, and it'll start a chain of making friends. So next thing to do is do the trade thing again, and then you can see what we have here. We'll want the vegetables so that we can move people. We'll just get them from Kush. Who cares? And like we did before, since we're not going to stick around here, we're just converting, but we need slave promotion turned off in all of the territories. Okay. So, all right. There we go. So we gained some aggressive expansion. Oh, everyone likes gold. Of all the ways of making friends, a gift of perhaps both the oldest and simplest in the world of politics, wealth shared generously and unconditionally has more influence than kind words or affection. How much is the friendship of Jacob Megaston worth? So, state has deep pockets, so we'll give them a lot of money. So we are now in Uthra, which is the modern day city of Medina, Saudi Arabia. And we're settled here. It says it's a settlement in the hills. There are no hills there, but It's fine. And so we own this territory. So back to a little bit of history. So we took it over from the Nabateans. So it's interesting to talk about Nabatea. They have their city of Petra. You can go see the modern ruins there. The outside of it was used in the film Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. And it's very ancient. They built these cities, many carved into the rock. It's a fertile valley, very populated. They had their own writing system. They survived through the Roman era. The kings basically became clients of each of the succeeding states that ruled Egypt, including the Romans, and they eventually evolved into one of the two main Arabian kingdoms that were subjects of the Parthians and the Romans, and later the Sassanids and the Romans, and they fought proxy wars across the desert here. So it's a little bit about the Nabateans. So they're long-lasting civilization. I've never been to Petra, but I'd love to go see it. So let's continue. All right. So now we've got these generals in charge. They go a little crazy if they're in charge too long. So we'll remove them from power. And we've got all these migrants. We'll put them into the 5-unit stack so they don't take a lot of money. The benefits of power. An outspoken critic of Jacob Meton had been seeking refuge in our country for some time. He is a man of no importance. Banished from his own land, he seeks alms and spreads vicious rumors of debauchery and corruption about the court of Jacob. This would be an excellent opportunity to get in his good books. Man, so we got a beggar coming here talking crap about our future friend. You see I messed up here. So his religion is Arabic. So we don't want him at all. So we're going to say this is beneath us. For some reason that guy is Arabic. It's okay, we need to get our political influence up. So we're going to scheme influence again. And let's not go crazy. We don't want to be his friend. He's an Arab. Who cares? All right. Okay. So now we'll go back. We need to find. So the Chancellor, he's no good. So this Shomer, he's got a huge power base, and he's 49. The Researcher, the Pretender, maybe he would come. But let's look at Samaria. That's a good thing about being close here. Samaria also has characters. You can see he's got one guy, he's in jail, so we can't get him. And then some women, and then this guy, who is not very good, or this guy. So Eshemel Chalidi, he's Phoenician and Jewish. We are going to make friends with him. I don't care if he's Phoenician. He just needs to be Jewish. So we'll let that go. We'll send a tiger. Wild beasts from the far corners of the earth make for eye-catching and exotic gifts. Various merchants throughout the region offer a wide range of creatures, both for the arena and private owners, from Scythian colts to Nubian leopards. Question is, which impressive beast to send? We're going to send him tiger. We lose a lot of money, but we don't need money. We need him to come to our side. So put 17 units there. One good thing about the guys, if they have enough food, you can just put them onto other people's territory. So I'm going to get them to the stacks of 10. And so this guy doesn't have his food replenished. So I can actually move him to the rebel lands. And that'll ease the food shortages in our territory. And it allows our guys. Of all the simplest ways of making friends, a gift of both the oldest and simplest. In the world of politics, wealth shared generously and unconditionally has more influence than kind words or affection. How much is the friendship of a Eshmunhilis Celibasid worth? Well, he's Jewish, so it's worth a lot. State has deep pockets, right? We want to be friends with Jewish people. Just wait a little longer. Okay. Okay. Queer. Kirab Hadra Tripuskar has been becoming increasingly restless of late. He believes that his stature is deserving of a key role in our government. He has approached our clan council, insisting that we bestow such a role upon him. Indeed, given his prominence, perhaps we should consider this carefully. So he doesn't have a big power base, but supposedly he's prominent, and he's our best general, so he is definitely going to get a position. And I could make him a researcher, but we don't gain that much tech to begin with. Well, all the tribal nations, you can see our efficiency is 0. And even if we had more pops, it wouldn't be high. So I'm actually going to make him to this guy, the war chief. And that is because it gives more monthly military experience. So I'll make him the war chief, and that'll make my military experience go up faster. Okay? And he should also give us a bonus later. So I'm still becoming friends. Now I'm friends with this guy. He's already disloyal, so I'll just recruit him, which is great. So now, if you go to your decisions, you can embrace Judaism. So at least 20% of the people follow this religion. Most of my people follow the religion. So I'm wondering, can I actually switch to the religion? No. So I can switch to Arabic, but I can't switch to Judaism. So paradox, I think this is broken. So I've got 21 Jewish pops. I've got a Jewish character, and I only have 13 Arabic pops. But I can't choose. I can choose an Arabic god, but not a Jewish god. That doesn't make any sense. So we're going to let that go. This needs to get to 150. Hopefully I get some events now that I'm scheming influence. My cohorts are gaining food. He's got all his food. So now if I move him here and move this guy here, it'll allow this 4th Xanthi migration to gain food. So now you can see here, I don't lose any food, even though I'm in, foreign territory. So let that food replenish. One thing I will do is I'm going to move all of. Let's try this again. Quirap Hadra Tripuskar is selling his new role well. We'll see is of the belief that this was only befitting a man of stature. He decided to show his gratitude. So he's giving us some gold, which is always good. What I'm going to do now is, since I've got all the slaves not promoting, and I'm going to move all of the Hebrews here, all the Jewish pops. Okay? So any Jewish pop, that'll make this place dominant Jewish. It'll also convert them. Oh, I got increased stability. Don't really need that, but no, don't want to do that. Jewish Hebrew. So now, 1, it'll ensure this territory stays Jewish, and 2, the promotions will be Jewish as well. So now this is full of food. So I'll go there. This guy needs to replenish his food. So I can call them an omen. The power is not that great, and I'll want to change characters, religious. So I want to be careful which one I pick. So let's go with Targataios, the Tribesman Happiness, just because the deity I want, the Jewish deity that I would like to put in that slot, is not crucial in the beginning. There's one that's very crucial. So, still human influence. A group of peasants led from Uthra by High Priest Anirudhe Vede has asked for support in local religious festival. This would be a good opportunity to celebrate unity among our people and show how pious we are, decide a noble cause it would bring upon our realm. If we do not follow with this, our authority on religious matters should diminish, as High Priest Anirudhe Vede seems quite ardent on the matter. So, this is a way you can get monthly centralization. If I wanted to get my centralization up, this is a good way to do it. And then a small sum could be put aside to support them, or we can't afford this. I'm going to take the stability, lose the gold, because now my stability is positive, and there's just good things come out of positive stability. Now we'll move there. We'll move him here so he can get his food replenished. And as you can see, these guys aren't losing food. So now we're at 171 PI, still going, which is fine. So this rebellion should be over soon, the revolt. Egypt may come and do their thing. Cappadocia is getting swallowed up by Seleucids. You can see the Seleucid drive to Asia Minor is going on. Rome is very weirdly gone up the Adriatic coast to occupy the Po River Valley. Interesting. They apparently they didn't win as well as they could have or should have against Lucania. Syracuse is pretty large. Epirus is still around. Usually you don't see that. Macedon has been swallowed up somewhat by the Antigonids. Thrace is around. I have a death of a character. Prosperity. Under the guidance of Rizvadam Kodota, my clansman, Xanthia has gone from strength to strength. Some of our advisors are recommending the institution of a new tax in order that the national treasury might share in this prosperous era. So I could raise taxes, or I could gain good-natured. I want to gain good-natured, and my popularity is 0, so it's probably a good idea. Let's see, I need a researcher, Marshall. Let's go with the Scorn family guy. Minor addendum. So this one, reference law pertaining to common folk. It should only be a small effort to push it through. So I want my PI to convert, but gaining 6 stability is pretty good. But we are not going to do that because I need to convert like now. Otherwise, we'll just be stuck down here forever in this dreadful corner of the world. So we're almost there with the PI. You can go back to the decisions. You can see embrace Judaism. So we've got most of the requirements or conditions set to embrace Judaism. So let's see how it goes. So 197. A little incentive. Gathering population. Under our stable rule, a lot of people have started to migrate onto Matura. Seeing this increase of population firsthand, is apparent what benefits and what problems it brings with it. Arbitrator Rudra Sarme Yurpuska has come up with some alternatives to increase or decrease the sudden population influx. We need to be careful with how we approach the issue for it to impact the way the people of Matura sees us. So this is also another stabilizing event. So I can gain centralization, 1, spend some PI, I can gain some normally, or I can be dispersed and lose some centralization, and I lose tax and get some population happiness. So let's lose it, centralization. It'll enable us to migrate easier. And we're at 200 PI. So now at 200 PI, you want to embrace Judaism. So let's see the criteria. The criteria, we have the 200 PI. Our characters, all the characters need to be loyal. And the clan chiefs must have a loyalty of above 60. So Xanthia, we don't have religious zeal, we haven't chosen to convert to another religion recently. And then one of the following must be true: 50% of free territory in Euthra follow this religion, or you could have all the following: at least 20% choose this religion, and at least one follow the Pantheon deity. As we discussed before, I cannot change to a Jewish Pantheon deity. For some reason I can choose Arabic but not a Jewish one. I don't know if it's connected to the territory or it's supposed to be on the pops. I'd really like an answer to that one. So I need to find the clan chief who is disloyal. So we go to the characters. In the character window, we need to switch back to our home country, and we've already have it sorted for loyalty. And you can see this guy, the bane of my existence, Irawanta Vaide. He's at 39. So I could bribe him to give him 15 loyalty, but it won't get him to 60. I can give him free hands, and that will won't get him to 60. If I bribe him, then I have to pay PI. Don't want to do that. So I'm going to give him free hands, and now he's still down. So I could grant him stipends, and every family member will gain 20 loyalty, right? And they get monthly wages. So what? Or I could give them a holding. So that's 40 gold, but instead, it's 40 gold, I can pay 16. So let's give him stipends. So now he's super loyal, and we should be at the point, yep, we can embrace Judaism. So what will happen is that every character who doesn't become Judaic or isn't Judaic or Jewish will lose 20 loyalty. Loyalty members of the royal family will convert to the new faith. Xanthia loses 200 political influence. Xanthia loses 30 stability. We gain religious zeal for 120 months. So we get a monthly stability change of negative 0.03. Pop conversion fee, cost of change deity is reduced, and the conversion fee goes up. And then a bunch of characters become Jewish. So I'm going to enact. So now we are Jewish. So I've got lots of PI, and not PI, but stability. So I'm just going to go in. I'm going to select Ezra, because if I call on him, I'll gain 10 stability. And like I said, stability is the most valuable resource for a migratory tribe. So do that. And so that I don't forget, I'm just going to change everyone I can right now. Otherwise I'll forget. So I'm going to change to Daniel, because he'll give me PI, and I've spent a lot so far and I need that. And then I'm going to select Moses, because eventually he gives you free province investments. So now Zolder's done. The last one I can't change because I have an Omen active, but with these three deified rulers, the conversion speed will go fast, but I'm not really worried about converting. I'm going to move some more pops here. I just want to move pops in and migrate. That's all I want to do. So they've got Yathripa here. They say that this in the desert is, well, I guess that should be Yathrib in Medina. And this is probably a different city. But Medina is very fertile, so surprising that this is in the desert. Anyway, so I think that all ended here. May have been a short one. I didn't track it with the timer, but in the next one we'll go through and we'll start to migrate back. All right, thank you.